Elena Rodriguez had always lived in her brother Marco's shadow. A successful investment banker, Marco was the family's golden child, while Elena struggled to find her footing in life. At 32, she worked a modest job as a corporate paralegal, constantly reminded of her brother's achievements. Everything changed the day she discovered an old USB drive hidden in her late father's study, containing encrypted files that would unravel her brother's carefully constructed facade. As Elena began decrypting the files, she uncovered financial documents revealing Marco's intricate web of corporate fraud. Forensic evidence suggested he had been siphoning millions from his bank's client accounts, using sophisticated money laundering techniques. Her hands trembled as she realized the extent of his crimes. Years of stealing from vulnerable investors, including elderly clients and small business owners. Determined to expose the truth, Elena meticulously gathered additional proof. She contacted a former colleague with forensic accounting experience, carefully sharing her findings without revealing her relationship to Marco. Together, they traced complex financial trails, documenting Marco's systematic embezzlement over nearly a decade. Each piece of evidence was carefully verified, creating an airtight case against her brother. During a tense family gathering, Elena confronted Marco, presenting the documented evidence in front of their mother and extended family. Marco initially attempted to dismiss the accusations, his trademark charm failing him for the first time. Their mother's shock turned to anger as the full extent of Marco's crimes became clear. Years of lies and manipulation crumbled in moments of painful truth. With substantial evidence, Elena worked with federal investigators to build a criminal case. Marco's high-profile legal team fought back, but the documentation was overwhelming. His prestigious banking career crumbled as investigations expanded, revealing a complex network of corporate corruption. Elena stood firm, knowing the victims deserved justice. The exposure of Marco's crimes forced Elena to reassess her own life. No longer living in her brother's shadow, she found strength in her pursuit of truth. She used her legal background to assist some of Marco's victims, helping them recover lost investments. Her relationship with her family was permanently altered, but she discovered a sense of purpose she had never known before. Marco was eventually sentenced to 15 years in federal prison, with substantial financial penalties. The family's reputation was destroyed, but Elena began rebuilding. She established a non-profit organization to support victims of corporate fraud, using her experience to prevent similar crimes. Her mother, initially devastated, slowly came to respect Elena's integrity. 5 years after exposing Marco, Elena had transformed her life completely. Her nonprofit had helped recover millions for fraud victims, and she had become a respected whistleblower and advocate. Though the family's past was painful, she had rewritten their narrative. Marco's fall from grace became a testament to the power of truth, and Elena emerged as a beacon of hope for those betrayed by those they should have been able to trust.